Music manager Kobad Mobagino is highly excited when he said he's slipped in some Aswad, and that is Aswad with Shine. Guest in studio, it's 8:59. Kamal Nandi is the business head of Godrej Appliances, a flagship division of Godrej & Boyce Manufacturing Company Limited. Also, actually, he's business head and executive vice president at Godrej Appliances. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
And it's been an enduring relationship with Godrej. What, almost 2 decades in the company?
More than that. Roughly that. About 18 years with the company.
Let's track your journey. So, when did it all start? When did you get into Godrej Appliances? We've seen some amazing turnarounds under your leadership. So, talk about that.
So, way back, I joined the company in March 97 and as a branch head in Mumbai branch. So this is the branch where I started off. And then I took on the regional head of West, and then moved on to take on 2 regions, East and West, and then moved on to be the national head for the country, and then moved on to take on marketing and sales in 2006, and then recently been given the responsibility to head the business.
You look remarkably calm for a man who over the past 10 years has helped scale the organization from a 400 crore organization to a 2100 crore rupee organization, and you're looking to do about 2700 crores this year.
Yeah.
So, are you always this cool, or is it one of those days? I mean, it's remarkable, yeah?
It's important to keep your cool because you are pitted against the best of competitions, and if you lose your cool, I think you will tend to make more mistakes.
Mm-hmm. You know, most people like yourself who have been with one corporate house for a prolonged period of time, it was a dumb thing to do. I mean, you ask people of your dad and my dad's generation, and they'll say, yeah, you know, we worked 3 decades, 4 decades with a particular firm or a company. In this day and age, in the fast-moving industry where people just spend 2 or 3 years, what would you say would be the reason why you stuck on for so long? For any young, you know, kid out of graduate school or somebody out of MBA school who's looking to be another Kamal Nandi, why did you stick on for so long? Could you identify some reasons?
I think, you know, what is critical for somebody to work with a brand or work with an organization is one, the environment that is there for you to experience. And the second thing I would advise is that you must definitely give a lot of weightage to the values that the brand brings to you, because at the end of the day, I think if your values and the brand values gel well, you tend to make this association longer. I think that's the big message I would like to share.
Super stuff. Up ahead, Godrej Appliances' green initiatives. I hope we're going to talk about 902 U2. It's Ultraviolet at my way. My name is Hrishi. Good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to that place. It's from an album called Achtung Baby. Dr. Sanjay Arora, who listens to me regularly, says this is the first song that his wife fell in love with. And what a U2 song to fall in love with. Fabulous taste there. 9:06 in the morning, business head, executive vice president at Godrej Appliances, Kamal Nandi is here now. You know, if you've been listening to us regularly, Start Today to Save Tomorrow is our World Environment Week campaign, and today is World Environment Day, and that's one of the primary reasons why Kamal Nandi is in studio, because this company doesn't just do this to project their CSR initiatives, doesn't this do this to make their balance sheet look good and look fine in the media. They got green before anybody else in this country did, perhaps in this continent did. So we've got to talk about that now. Godrej Group, the green initiatives, in particular Godrej Appliances.
Yeah, so Hrishi, green is in our DNA, and as I've said earlier, you know, one should look at the values that a brand carries. One of the values of our brand is environment, and we are very passionate about it as an organization. If you look back, you know, we manufacture appliances, which is refrigerator, washing machine, air conditioners, microwaves. Now, air conditioner, refrigerators, specifically air conditioners, are big, you know, guzzlers of energy. So also, if you look at the type of refrigerant that is used in refrigerator and air conditioners, you know, generally, if you look around the industry and the brands, people use more CFC, which are very harmful for the environment. And they deplete the ozone layer, they have high global warming potential. Now, as a brand, you know, countries across the world has come together to sign a protocol called Montreal Protocol, under which they wanted to phase out this CFC gas use by most of the appliances. and that is started off. That things have, that phase outs, has started off from 2013 onwards. We as a brand, way back in 2001, switched over to 100% green refrigerant, and from 2001 we have been producing green refrigerators. Roughly as of now, we have already produced and sold to our consumers about 15 million of them. And if I just put some numbers to it, this 15 million green refrigerator that we have produced and sold in the market must have helped us save about 15 lakh tons of carbon dioxide emission to the environment.
Wow.
So that is the type of impact that it has created in the environment, and that's what we are all passionate about. That's what we want to do. Not only in refrigerators, also if you look at our air conditioners, we are the only manufacturer today in air conditioners who is using a green gas. Now, as a result, green also is very energy efficient. If you use green gas, they are more energy efficient. Our refrigerators are at the highest in the energy curve. So we have, BEE is a body, a government body who actually defines the standards for energy labeling for a product like a refrigerator or air conditioner. BEE has a standard which talks about 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star and 5 star, which is the maximum. But we produce refrigerators which are beyond 5 stars and we declare them 6 stars performance. In air conditioner, again, we produce air conditioners which are beyond 5 stars and we declare them as 7 star and 6 stars. So we are much ahead on the energy curves, primarily because we are actually driving this green initiative in our products. And by that we are not only helping consumer benefits. It's a win-win for consumer and for brand both, because consumers are getting the highest energy efficient products that they are buying. As a result, their energy bills are going down, and also these products are very friendly to environment. Their ozone depletion potential is 0, and their global warming potential is about 3 or 2. So against any other brand which uses CFC, which is 16, 1700 global warming potential.
Super stuff. It's Timberland with Kerry Hilson, The Way I Are, and post us some messages. You have to log on and like our Facebook page, and you can follow the Twitter handle that I'm about to give out, and there will be pictures of Kamal Nandi from Godrej Appliances on the Twitter timeline as well as the Facebook timeline. And if you have any questions, you want to react to this interview, feel free to do that on both those platforms. It's facebook.com/radio1.mum, RADIOONE.MUM, or just go to the Facebook search bar and search for Radio 1 Mumbai. And on Twitter, it's at HRISHIKAY. Music, messages, and back.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
And I'm with Kamal Nandi. Enlightening discussion here on green initiatives. He's business head and executive vice president at Godrej Appliances. Now, we talked about the product base and how you've gone green with a vengeance, and you got there before anybody else. Now let's talk about the manufacturing side of it. I mean, there's a lot of pride of place as far as your manufacturing unit is concerned. Much applauded, much lauded. Get into the details of that.
So let me start off with by sharing with you that we have been conferred by CII as the Greenco Platinum rated manufacturing unit in the country. Now we are the only unit in the country, only manufacturing unit in the country across all sectors to have received this honor.
Wow.
Now
it's called the Platinum Green Co,
yeah,
right? Award by
award
Confederation of Indian Industries. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
So this is actually given to a manufacturing unit who actually is conducting manufacturing, balancing ecological in a very sustainable manner. Okay, very, very important. Now, what all we are doing, we are doing a lot of initiatives at the manufacturing plant. It is not that our products are coming out green, even our manufacturing units are green. Now, if you look at the type of work that we have done on reducing the energy consumption in the manufacturing unit, over the last, I think, last 6 years or 5-6 years, we have brought down energy consumption by about 56%. Now, people use in offices air conditioners. We have shifted over to evaporative coolers. Now, that brings down energy consumption vis-a-vis air conditioner by about, almost by about 80%. So we just consume 20% of energy against those air conditioner unit. Look at the type of work we have done on the fuel that we use. Now, we are bringing down our use of fossil fuel completely. So today we use biomass, okay, which is used to make producer gases, and those producer gases are used to fire our furnaces. So you are not using the fossil fuels. You are not using energy in a very big way in the plant, and that is green. We also work a lot on water conservation. Today we are water neutral. Our target is that we should move into water positive in the next 3 years. Now we have brought down water consumption drastically by activities like rainwater harvesting, recycling of water. Look at the waste that we handle in our plants. All waste we are trying to, today we have about 26% of our waste getting recycled. Our aim is to ensure that we just don't produce waste, we completely recycle them and try to ensure that we don't put any waste into the landfilling. Now these are the type of initiatives that we have been doing in the plant. The type of work we do on the green cover. Today, if you go to our plant, Shirwal, which was a hill rock at one point of time, the land where our plant is situated, which is in Pune, today 60% of that is green cover. So we have taken all initiatives to ensure that we plant the right type of plants which are tropical to that place, and we have a very good green cover in the plant.
What we're going to do up ahead is we're going to talk about how you're recycling, plastic, polyurethane, foam, thermocol. The environmentalists are very, very worried about that. So we're going to address that particular issue. And we're going to see what your recycled content percentage is. And I think those are very key issues as far as Start Today to Save Tomorrow is. It's our World Environment Week campaign. My name is Hrishi. Happy World Environment Day. More with Kamal Nandi, Business Head and Executive Vice President, Godrej Appliances. After this is Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart, 9:22 live. It's a question that every man would like to ask himself before he asks a woman, do you think I'm sexy? Rod Stewart. At 9:26 in the morning, Kamal Nandi is here, and he's very patiently explaining to me these green initiatives. Some of it takes a little time absorbing, and I'm so glad that you've chosen to tune in, you guys. Happy World Environment Day to you. Okay, we left off the discussion at recycling, plastic, polyurethane foam, thermocol, waste wood, oil, paper. So what is your content percentage, and talk a little bit about some of the harmful products.
Yeah, see, I think the most harmful for environment is the plastic that goes into it, and we try to recycle them. So today we are recycling about 26% of our waste into the product. So that's one thing that we're doing. The polyurethane that is used in refrigerator for insulation, that's also not environment friendly. So we are trying to recycle that to the extent possible wherever we can. Okay, these are issues that definitely is at the top of our agenda, at top of our mind, and we want to increase the amount of recycling more and more, so that we don't use this plastics, don't use this polyurethane into any landfilling, the waste that comes out.
I had a person from the Tree Foundation here, and he talked about how corporates fine-tune or twist this whole, planting of trees by picking up trees from anywhere and planting them anywhere. Kahin se bhi utha ke kahin dal dete hain. That seems to be the argument. I hope you're drifting away from that, and if so, how?
No, sure. I think, let me tell those listeners very clearly that when I talked about 60% of the land has green cover, the plants that we use, 95% of them are native plants, local, very local plants which are tropical to that land. So it is not taking trees from anywhere. I think we are very careful about it, and we know that what are the type of we have people who have special skills on this area, and we run nurseries to actually develop plants and then put them in the.
So they're basically native and they're locally adaptive species.
Absolutely, they're
That's
locally
remarkable.
adaptive species.
Okay, I read somewhere good and green products. Now you've explained green. What really is good and green? Is it a campaign that you're doing across the board?
So this is an initiative. I think Godrej Group, the whole group has taken this initiative of good and green. It's a group-wide initiative. I talked about the green products, about refrigerators, about air conditioners, how they are green and how they help the environment, given their zero ozone depleting potential and global warming potential. Let me talk about the good products. Good products are basically those products which are benefiting humanity at large. That's what is what we are trying to do. And here we are basically talking about products like you have heard about Chotu Cool. So Chotu Cool actually is a product which is addressing issues not only of refrigeration of the people at bottom of the pyramid, but is also addressing livelihood of those people. So let me give you an example. It's a small cool box that we have generated, we have developed, which actually can drop down temperature from the ambient by about 28 degrees. So therefore, if the ambient temperature is, for example, today at 36 in Mumbai, then it can drop down by 28 degree and come down to as low as 8 degree. So this product is basically used, we have targeted this product for BOP segment, which is bottom of the pyramid segment. They use this product to store not only their leftovers, but also use this product to make livelihood. And let me give you an example of a shop in very upcountry Maharashtra who sells vada pav. So when he sells vada pav, he also has to serve cold water. So how can he preserve that cold water? So what he does is that he cools his water in to cool throughout the night, and because it is the thermally insulated box, it can retain coolness for about 5-6 hours. So he brings the cool box along with him in his cart, and along with, after vada pav, he serves cold water to people. So people are using this to, in upcountry markets, to actually store pan. The pan is actually served cold. People are using this for soft drinks. So it has got wide applications for people to actually earn a livelihood for themselves.
Fabulous. Okay. Connected by stereo MCs and post this messages and back. And as always, I will use this time to put up more pictures of Kamal Nandi from Godrej Appliances. And if you have any questions or reactions, you know what to do. It's facebook.com/radio1.mum, RADIOONE.MUM. You like the page and you can post on the timeline. On Twitter, it's at HRISHIKAY, so you can follow and tweet out. Stereo MCs, 9:31. Good morning.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Kamal Nandi on World Environment Day. Look how, under his leadership, Godrej Appliances and everything they stand for has gone to the next level as far as green initiatives are concerned. It's Start Today to Save Tomorrow, our World Environment Day campaign. I interrupted you and went into song when you were talking about good and green products, and I believe that there's something very exciting happening in the vaccine space. So talk us through that.
Yeah, so we have taken on a project to develop vaccine coolers in the country. Now, vaccine, if you read most of the studies, they are not administered at the right temperatures, and as a result, one doesn't know that when it is getting administered, has it lost its efficacy or not. And there are research which talks about huge percentage of this vaccines losing its efficacy before administering. I think the basic reason is they are not stored properly at the point of sale, or they are not stored properly at the health center. So because today we don't have right appliances to support that, and I think there is a pressing need to develop vaccine coolers. There are a lot of foundation working on this aspect, and they are trying to support, they are trying to promote most of this technologies on developing good vaccine coolers. So we have tied up with a firm from UK which called Churchill, which has a very good technology on ice line refrigerators, and we are developing a product called vaccine coolers. And the very I think the unique property of this product is, in our countries and in many other developing countries, you find in rural areas power outages which are more than 3 days, 4 days. And in a situation like that, if you have a storage unit which is storing vaccine, if the power goes away, the temperatures in the unit goes up, or it is not able to maintain the right temperature. Vaccine generally are stored in the temperature bracket of 4 to 6 degrees. Now, on a power outage like this, it is not possible to store at 4 to 6 degrees, and as a result, the vaccine efficacies are lost. So we are developing a product. Another aspect is, even vaccine, when they come in contact with ice and freeze, they lose efficacy. So we see many times, people carrying vaccine in ice box. Now that is not the best way to carry vaccines, because if it comes in contact with ice and it freezes, then also it will lose efficacy. So you need a unit which actually stores this vaccine at the right temperature between 4 to 6 degrees. Now we are developing a product, and this is for the global market. Now this product that we are developing with Churchill technology is going to store vaccine at a temperature 4 to 6 degrees for 10 days without power. So it can address all these problems. So the whole problem of transporting to a far off distance, the whole problem of power outage in any market where it is more than 3 days, 4 days, it can take all these into it can address all these problems and deliver a vaccine at the right temperature to the patients.
It's quite shocking, when we take my baby daughter to the pediatrician and get these vaccines done. It shocks me to even think that vaccine could have lost its efficacy, and there's no way to find out.
You really don't know.
You really don't know anything. Yes.
This is also part of our good initiative.
Yeah. We're going to take a song and come back and talk about the 1 Watt project. This is a band from Manchester called James. I Know What I'm Here For at 9:43. Alternative rock in the form of James, I Know What I'm Here For at 9:47. Kamal Nandi is Executive Vice President, Business Head at Godrej Appliances. And a couple of questions coming in. Meher No Shroff, thank you for posting out on Facebook. Happy World Environment Day. Could you ask Mr. Kamal Nandi, what is the name of the green gas used as a refrigerant? So answer that.
So these are pure hydrocarbons and isobutanes in this. So there are R290 as one of them. So they are pure hydrocarbon. They are natural gas that we use in refrigerant.
Okay, Angela Minocha, a big fan of Hrishike's interviews. Interesting insights by Kamal Nandi today on how his vertical is contributing to staying green. Would be interesting to understand their 1 Watt project, which brings me to my next question, the 1 Watt project.
Okay, let me talk about that. See, as manufacturers, we are working towards creating appliances or manufacturing appliances, developing appliances which consumes less energy. Also, Government of India has taken a lot of initiatives in ensuring that manufacturers produce energy efficient products. So I think government and manufacturers both together are working towards conserving energy as much as possible. I think that is not enough. Every consumer, every citizen of this country will have to come forward and do their bit in conserving energy, because as we know, India is a power deficit country, and it is important that we conserve energy as much as possible. So we ran this campaign. So we said that, okay, fine, let's create an awareness among consumers that how can they contribute in conserving energy, and that is all about 1 Watt project. It promises, or it takes a target of saving 1 billion watts. Because we believe there are 1 billion population in this country, and everybody, if they save 1 watt, then I think we can save 1 billion for the country. We started this journey about 1.5 years back, and we went to colleges, we went to schools, we went to corporate parks, we connected with consumers on the street, and we started telling them how they can conserve energy. And let me give you a few simple examples.
Sure.
We put our mobile phone on charging at night and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Mobile phone takes hardly about an hour and a half or 2 to actually charge completely, and after that it actually wastes energy. So the balance 5 hours, the balance 6 hours that you're sleeping, it is wasting energy. So simple example, if you just switch off that, you are saving energy. Okay. Second, let's take example of AC. Generally, human body is comfortable at 24-25 degree temperature. Now we find people putting on AC at 20 degree, 21 degree, and then putting up a blanket to be comfortable. I think that is waste of energy. You just use the AC at 24, 25, and you will be very comfortable, and you need not get it at 20 and lose energy. So small things like this, if you keep on doing, I think we can all save energy. And we have created this initiative. There is what we do is that we go to each and every individual and tell them to log in to our website, which is 1wattproject.com.
Just repeat that again. 1wattproject.com. Yeah.
And there you have various questions that you have to answer, and if you answer those questions, it will show how much of energy you can save. And you take that pledge, and as you take that pledge, we get one more consumer, we get one more citizen of this country pledging to save energy for this country. As of now, in the last 1.5 years, we have been successful to get consumers pledge for 936 million watt. So we are very close to 1 billion watt, and we are just about to touch 1 billion watt, and that's the 1 Watt project that we are driving.
Super stuff. It's Santana with the Alex Band. Why don't you and I am going to say bye-bye to Mr. Kamal Nandi up ahead. Just a bit about the future and his passion areas. And we round it up. 9:51 in the morning. How are you guys doing?
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
What a breezy ride it has been on World Environment Day. Start today to save tomorrow. From Godrej Appliances, the business head and executive vice president Kamal Nandi has patiently taken us through the manufacturing side, the product side, and now we got to know about the future. It is obviously really, really bright. We have to wear shades, but the future as far as Godrej Appliances is concerned and going green is concerned.
Yeah, so let me touch upon, I think, a little bit on the renewable energy that I have missed out. I think that is something we are working on as a project, and we want to increase our content of renewable energy more and more. We are putting up solar plants in our manufacturing units, targeting to develop a plant of about 1 megawatt. We are trying, to make our renewable energy, which is currently at about 23%, to go up to about 70%. So that's the future plan. And also on the water side, we want to become water positive going forward, and that's something that we want to do. And on the waste front, we want to make 100% of our waste recyclable, so that we don't put anything in the landfill. That's broadly that we are targeting on the green front. Also, we are trying to develop this whole culture among our employees. We have taken initiatives, for small initiatives. For example, we are telling 1 day in a week, which is a Saturday, don't come in your vehicles, walk down.
Beautiful.
Come by bicycles or pull in cars. And that we are encouraging more and more to our employees, so that everybody starts being a part of this journey that we have taken on board of making a greener India, a greener planet.
So basically your 6th working day of the week is no vehicle day.
Yes.
Nice. Let's talk about your passion areas. I mean, here's somebody who grew up in the Northeast and the East, both such vibrant cultures. So what do you enjoy doing? Playing some sport, music, going out?
So my passions are good music and sports, and obviously coming from Northeast, football is one of my favorite sport. Cricket is my second sport that I play, and I am a fan of good music.
So you must be looking forward to many late nights starting the 12th and 13th.
Oh yes, I'm just waiting for the FIFA World Cup.
So who's your team and who's your favorite player?
I am actually following two teams. One is Brazil and second is Argentina. These are two teams that I follow.
And my boy is Neymar. Who's your favorite? Yeah.
One of my team members, which was my favorite, Kaka, is I don't see him now.
Correct.
So yeah, he was favorite.
But remarkable, isn't he, Kaka?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure the ladies would second and third that, considering his Hollywood star good looks. I had lots of fun with you. Very educated, very informative, and most importantly, also entertaining at the same time.
Thank you so much, and let me wish all listeners a happy Environment Day.
Yes. We're going to do some back-to-back music now. Play by Jennifer Lopez. I'm going to back it up with Freedom 90 by George Michael, and then up ahead, the East India Comedy Boys with their unique brand of humor. It's 10:02. My name is Hrishi K. Good morning.